Last week on Candy Apple TV, I showed you how to make Minnie Mouse candy apples 3 different ways for birthday parties, baby showers, and pop-up events. This week on Candy Apple TV, I, DIY Queen Diva, will show you how to make Mickey Mouse candy apples by making the perfect black candy apples. These black Mickey Mouse candy apples are great for any treat table or dessert table. Make sure your Granny Smith apples are good and clean before dipping a single candy apple. The best candy apple cleaning method is with lemon juice, baking soda, and salt. Click on this video right here at the top of your screen to learn how to use the best method on cleaning your Granny Smith apples for your candy apples. 431 candy apple recipe is used here in this Mickey Mouse candy apple tutorial to avoid thick candy apples. 431 candy apple recipe is 4 cups of sugar, 3 cups of water, and 1 cup of light corn syrup. The best way to make black candy apples is to neutralize or cancel out the purple tint. The purple tint on black candy apples happens sometimes when making black candy apples. To cancel out the purple tint on candy apples, you will need to add gold. In this case, I am adding Hobby Lobby's lemon yellow gel food coloring to the candy apple mixture. The lemon yellow will offset the purple to help create perfect black candy apples. I added the white to prevent the black candy apples from being translucent. Long story short, yellow cancels out purple and purple cancels out yellow. I like to get straight to the point. I discontinued using the old 411 candy apple method last year. That's the 411 candy apple recipe. Myself and customers do not like our candy apples thick. I only use my favorite 3 candy apple recipes for small, medium, and large batches. I use 321 candy apple recipe for small batches, 431 candy apple recipe for medium batches, and 641 candy apple recipe for large batches. These candy apple recipes are located down in the description box. These are great candy apple recipes for beginners, and the pros definitely tell me all the time how they can dip 100 candy apples much faster and smoother using the 641 candy apple recipe. Side note, absolutely never use more than 1 cup of corn syrup on any of the candy apple recipes just mentioned. If you do, you will have sticky candy apples and melted candy apples on your hands if the weather or climate is too humid or warm. Now that's a Hetty Mae Pierce Big Mama wig wearing hot mess. I made the Minnie Mouse candy apples last week. I can't have Minnie Mouse candy apples without showing how to make Mickey Mouse candy apples step by step. How long do you cook candy apple mixture? You cook your candy apple mixture until it reaches 300 degrees. This is Wilton's GumTex. You can use GumTex, you can use cornstarch, or you can use Tylose powder if your fondant becomes too sticky. I really do not like to use none of it unless my fondant is sticky, because what happens when you add the Tylose, GumTex, or cornstarch, your fondant pieces don't stick on automatically to the other fondant pieces. So if I'm designing something, I need that fondant to stick to one another. If I add Tylose powder, GumTex powder, or cornstarch, you have to add water on the back of the fondant piece, or even on the fondant piece like I have to do on the Mickey Mouse outfit for the buttons. You'll see what I'm talking about as soon as I add the buttons. But with these red straps, these straps will stick on the candy apple right away. I will not have any problems with that. I just place it around on the candy apple and it sticks. Do not try to pull your fondant back off the candy apple, because the fondant will probably tear and be sticky all over the candy apples. So now I am going to add the straps, and these just stick on the candy apple automatically. Now if I added the GumTex, Tylose powder, or cornstarch, 1, my straps wouldn't be as flexible. 2, I wouldn't be able to get my fondant pieces to stick on the apple right away. I would have to work with the fondant. So there's a million ways to decorate and design treats. You just need to find out the way that you are comfortable with. Because like I said, there's a million ways to decorate and design treats. And my way is my way. This lemon yellow fondant is sticky, so I am going to put on the glove and add a little GumTex. Be careful about adding extra Tylose Powerder, GumTex, or cornstarch because those products make the fondant hard. If it becomes hard, it's not going to be flexible. It'll be brittle, it'll crack. Like with the straps, those would have broke if I added this GumTex. So that's why I try not to use it when I'm designing. Now, if you're doing flowers, yes. But when you're trying to bend and flip and do all this decoration for your candy apples, that's another story. Because if you're going to add those products, just make sure you know your fondant will become hard and brittle in some cases. Okay, I'm gonna pop this button out and add it on the Mickey Mouse outfit. You will see, I guarantee you, this button will not just stick on the fondant automatically because I have added the GumTex. I am going to have to put some water on the back of the button. It's time to add the buttons. I am going to go ahead and add a little water on the back of this button. I know I'm still going to have an issue with this button. Just watch. Told you. So I had to add a little water on the red outfit part and then put the button on. So wet that fondant and wet the button and then attach. This is too cute. This is a Disney letter mold. You can get all of the products I am using today in this Mickey Mouse candy apple tutorial right in my Amazon bake shop. You can get the link to my Amazon bake shop down in the description box below. I am using this fondant molding tool. I use this a lot to scrape off any extra fondant, and actually for small letters like this, with a mold, a silicone mold like this, you need to push down the fondant, and it's really thin and fine. So just putting a glob of fondant and then scraping it off is just not going to work. After this, because these are so fine, I will put this silicone mold in the freezer to freeze the letters so the letters can pop out with no problem. In the freezer it goes. I have black fondant here. I am actually using my Minnie Mouse Princess cookie cutter. I don't know where I have misplaced my Mickey Mouse cookie cutter, but I'm gonna make this work because all I have to do is cut that middle part out and it'll look like Mickey Mouse. So being a treat creator, you have to come up with your own ideas and be creative in your own way. In about 5 minutes, I am going to pop out the letters in the silicone mold and add it to the Mickey Mouse face. Since I added GumTex powder to the black fondant to make the Mickey Mouse face firm, I need to dab on a little water to attach to the candy apple in order for this to stick. If you have enjoyed this Mickey Mouse candy apple tutorial, make sure you stay tuned to watch my other best candy apple tutorials right here on Candy Apple TV. I'll see you in a few seconds over in my next candy apple tutorials.